One of the important usability considerations for databases that use relationships to manage the connections between data in different tables is the method you make available for adding and deleting related records. In a previous lesson, where you saw me add a join table to manage the many-to-many connections between parent and child records in this work file, I used the rather ungainly method of entering ID values directly into the join table to create the required connections. In practice, trying to maintain a database that required you to work that way, flipping between layouts and entering information blind, would be cumbersome and error-prone. Instead, it makes sense to provide an easy and efficient way to add, edit or delete records in a related table. Editing's not such a problem. Here in a portal, we can simply click into a record and make a change or an addition and so on. But we need to think about how related records would be added efficiently. One option would be to provide a script that does all the work of creating the record and setting up the relationship. In that scenario, perhaps you'd click on a button, then enter a name into a dialog presented by the script, and then click OK to dismiss the dialog, and all the rest of the work of creating the related record in the correct table would be done behind the scenes by the script. But for many cases, there's a beautifully simple alternative available that uses the relationship setup and makes it work for you. It's the option to allow the creation of records via the relationship. It appears in the form of a checkbox labelled Allow creation of records in this table via this relationship on the appropriate side for the table occurrence where the records are to be created within the Edit Relationship dialog. So in this case, if I want to allow creation of records in the child table, I need to select the Allow creation option on the child table occurrence side of the Edit Relationship dialog. In addition, if I want the records to be able to be created from the context, say, of the parent table, then I also need to allow creation of records in the intermediate table, that is, in the join table. So I'll need to open the Edit Relationship dialog for the relationship between parent and parent-child join as well, and turn on the Allow creation of records in this table via this relationship checkbox option on the parent-child join side of the Edit Relationship dialog here as well. When I click OK to exit the Manage Database dialog, a slight change appears in the way the portals are handled, in that FileMaker allows me to click into a field in the first empty row at the bottom of each of the portals. Here I can simply start typing, and what I enter will automatically create a new record in the child table and a new join record connecting that new record in the child table with the current parent record. So for example, if I enter a record for Jeremy, who might be, say, 14 years old, born on the 9th, the 5th, 1999, and now across in the child table, you'll see that we have 4 records, the 4th record being for Jeremy. And in the parent-child join table, there's now a 7th record joining the record for George in the parent table, B001, with the new record for Jeremy, C004 in the child table. You can use the facility to allow creation of records via a relationship to enable users to intuitively and seamlessly add related records by entering them directly into the first blank row in a portal. The beauty of this system is that when you create a new record via this mechanism, not only are records in intermediate tables, such as the join table, also created at the same time, but the key field values required to establish the relationship connections are automatically entered into the relevant fields. So with this mechanism in place, users don't need to know much about what's going on behind the scenes. They can simply go straight to the point, enter data, and allow FileMaker to manage the connections and the key field values behind the scenes.